we have with us Brian Disa, who is General Manager, CMEC Limited, and they are operating offshore support vessels. So, Brian, in this situation of COVID, what are the problems that you're facing?
Thanks, Sanjeev, for inviting me to speak on this. Generally, we are operating specialized offshore support vessels. Those are diving vessels which are operating offshore most of the time. These vessels don't come to port often, and we have a lot of logistics happening because these vessels are operating in the field. So all material, crew change, and everything happens through the logistics support, either by chopper or by the suppliers. Now, in the present scenario, we are having quite a lot of operational issues, right from supplying bunkers, stores, spares, crew change, provision, which is not happening the way it should happen. Even crew change has been stopped because ONGC has said no chopper changes. There is no way we can have crew change. So initial problems what we had was even bunker supply. After a certain amount of persuasion, we managed to get the bunker supply sorted out with getting the assistance of the local police and the clearing of the local suppliers. They getting together and giving the passes to the bunker suppliers. So the bunker supply story has been sorted. So that has been first. Second most critical point, because whatever you stock with the number of people, like we have quite a big crew on board, almost 80. So feeding 80 people on board, supplying provision becomes a big problem. So initially we had stocked up, but because of the uncertainty, some days they say the market is open, some days they say it is closed. Getting the material, putting it on board, getting the clearance, half the clearing forwarding agents are not operating. So we had a bit of a challenge. But after a lot of assistance from INSA and DG Shipping, many things have been streamlined now. We have started getting e-passes. The port has started accepting the agency. So provisions and water has been sorted out. So bunkers and provision issues are under control. DG has helped us. Yeah. So regarding the certification part of it, the DG Shipping has been of great help. They have come out with very, very positive and regular circulars helping the owners to extend the surveys as far as the medical certification extension, certificates extension. So DG has played a very, very important and positive role and very proactive in helping the owners as far as the certification is concerned, and IRS and even all the ROs like Lloyds and DNV along with the IMO have given us a lot of assistance as far as the survey part of it is concerned. Now the main concern for us now is the crew change and giving stores, spares and technical assistance to the vessel. This is where the bottleneck is come in and which we need to yet sort out. Regarding the crew change, we are still having a lot of discussion between DG, INSA, FOSMA and all the RPSL heads. And we are trying to streamline and make a process. But it is not yet fully clear because of this 14 days quarantine as to where they will be doing the quarantine. As far as we are concerned, what we are doing is people staying till Nasik and to Pune. They quarantine themselves at home for 14 days. And then we get the doctor to certify that they have been in the 14 days. Come here, we do a COVID test. But now, even if they come to Bombay, there is no transportation. So joining ship is become an impossible task. But as soon as they open up, this is what we are going to do. The people within our vicinity, they are going to self-quarantine on board as soon as they know they are joining. They finish their 14 days, they come to Bombay, we do a COVID test, and then they join on board. They are transported in a private and who have even the drivers who are known and tested. So there is no exposure from the time they leave home and they come to Bombay. They go to our particular doctor, they finish the test and go straight to the chopper or to the boat and are transported to the ship. So this is the methodology we are thinking out, but this will work for a radius of around 200 kilometers where the drive is around 3 hours, 4 hours, it is going to work. But interstate flights, those are a challenge. We are still wondering how to sort that part of the crew change, getting the people here, how to get them quarantined here for 14 days and then join, and how it is going to be sorted out. That's still a challenge. As far as the operation part of it, till the clearing forwarding agents and the customs start working and start getting all the material cleared, it is going to be a difficult situation. So we have informed our ship staff to be more proactive, try to do things, delay the PMSs a little with the assistance of class if required, so that we try and stretch whatever resources we have on board till we are in a situation where we can start supplying and assisting the people on board.
Okay. What about problems faced for technical issues? I mean, workshops, getting workshops on board, or spare parts and other stuff?
Spare parts are still a challenge. We still haven't sorted out how to get the spare parts because the airport is still shut, and how there is no clear-cut guidelines. But there are some discussions going on between the customs and INSA and BG as to how to prioritize important spare parts to be cleared, and even material transfer across the border. Those also being discussed. INSA is playing a very, very important part. Hopefully, the guidelines which are being laid will be followed by the police and all the personnel, because even we are getting some directive from the shipping ministry also that shipping is an important part of the logistics and there should be no hiccup in getting shipping revived. So we are getting a lot of support from even from the ministry to get this sorted out. But at the local level, at the grassroots level, this is still not percolating because the cops and the other people are still not understanding the importance of letting the shipping industries logistic issues getting cleared and issues getting sorted out. That is still not being done. So it is going to take some time for grassroots level people to understand how this is going to work.
Okay, coming to the last and the most important point is commercial. How do you see that impacting COVID, impacting the commercial issue here?
As you know, the offshore industry monsoon period is a very slack period from May 15th officially, but generally May 30th vessels are operating, and from May 30th till October 30th is monsoon anyway. So the amount of offshore activities is considerably reduced. Most of the vessels are laid up during this period in Bombay, in the anchorage. The vessels which normally work are the diving support vessels like ours and the firefighting support vessels and few offshore supply vessels which are uh, assisting the rigs. All the other vessels generally are laid up during this period. And the way I see this happening, I don't see the operation starting before May 15th. So we are going to have a very prolonged layup period, April, whole of May, and this will go on till May 15th. So till October 15th. So we are going to have a very, very prolonged monsoon layup, which most of the vessels do have to go through. But this will definitely impact the bottom line. And commercially, we will be in a difficult situation anyway, because uh, April 30th is the last day. By the time we start the operations, it is going to be May 15th, and then the monsoons are going to start. So there is nothing much we are going to gain in that short period. So commercially, it has impacted us, and we have shortened 2 contracts which we had. We had to pull out the vessels because the material was not there. So commercially, we'll have a problem. So the government will need to think of some ways of assisting the owners come over this.
Right. So, Brian, we've touched upon basically the owner's perspective, the operational difficulties you've had, technical support systems, and HR. Anything else that you would like to touch upon or give an insight to pertaining to your specific industry?
The way we going to work and the way we like now, the lockdown is just going to assist us in delaying the whole COVID process. It's just not that after the lockdown everything is going to be hunky dory and everything is going to be smooth sailing. there will be challenges. There will be many challenges once we actually start working, actually start getting back into the normal grind, and life is not going to be the same. Everything is going to change. The way we interact with the crew, there will be no face-to-face talk. Everything is going to be online. That is the way I see it. Even briefing of the crew is going to happen on online. Things we are normally would do face-to-face is all going to be remote. And I think we'll have to accept this. This is going to be, social distancing is going to be there till we have a solution to COVID. And life is not going to be the same. The way we operate ships are going to change. The way we look at the industry itself is going to change. And maybe it is for the better. We never know. Maybe this is one way of pushing the industry into the electronic media and the remote operational way of working. So this may be one step which will push us into that e-operations or whatever we were looking at, remote operations.
Right. Thanks a lot, Brian. So we will take a break on this. And thanks a lot for joining in. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sanjeev. Yeah, thanks so much.